Your wife is putting you under pressure, so much pressure. She wants you guys to relocate. She wants you to leave your home country and go settle down, maybe in diaspora. She's tired. She's always on your neck. She's frustrating you. Like anytime you return for work, that's what she wants to talk about. Let's leave this country. Let's relocate. Let's go somewhere else. The pressure is real because a lot of her friends have gone already and she is insisting on leaving. In fact, you can never find peace if you don't oblige. Every day you keep telling her, let me think about it. Let me think about it. Let's take a very careful decision. We cannot just jump up and relocate because others are doing it. But no, she won't have it your way. It's either her way or her way. So you are in a dilemma. You are in the middle of this kind of drama where, of course, she will begin to react. She will begin to jump into one mood or the other. You cannot even drink water in your house again and drop cup because she's very, very angry, insisting on what she wants. She's tired of where she is. All her friends have traveled with the children. She doesn't care if she has to relocate with her children and leave you behind. Whenever you make up your mind, you can come. But you see that relocation, it is something that she has put her mind in. Let's look at the indices. The first thing first, because we are getting a lot of issues, surrounding these kind of decisions that men make in a haste, just because that's what your woman wants. Even when you know deep down in your heart that is not something that you want, at least not now, but because you want peace. Because men thrive where there is peace. You cannot even cope if your wife is not giving you peace. So you have decided that, you know what, if this will make her happy, I will go ahead and do it. After all, at the end of the day, what I need is happiness. And if you're a good man, of course you want your wife to be happy because you know what they say about happy wife, happy home. Even if I say happy couple, happy home. Now you have decided to take the decision. I want you to sit down and think deeply about what you want. Because in Africa here, we still have certain cultures that guide us. I'm not saying that we don't have some questionable cultures, but I'm saying that we still have certain cultures that guide us. We still look at certain things, we have certain values, we have certain morals, and all of that. So you need to sit down and think deeply. Why I say think deeply, who is your wife? Can you tell who your wife truly is? If your wife is a woman who naturally has no respect for you. Like she disrespects you consistently, every time, every day, anywhere, anyhow. She has no regard for you. Then you are going to be in a big mess if you decide to travel with that woman. Because the truth is, she's going to eventually leave you if she doesn't put you in trouble. Do you understand? So before you take that difficult decision, that hard decision to leave where you are, dump your job, dump your family, dump everything that you have worked for, and move just because one single human being is being moved by emotions to want to go somewhere else, you need to think. You are the head of that home. There is nothing wrong with relocating, but there's everything wrong with relocating when you don't have a plan. You cannot exactly tell the plan, what you're going to do, why you are going, but just because you are under pressure or you just want to make one person happy, even if you are not happy for the rest of your life, then you are making a very, very bad decision because eventually you see that peace that you so desire that is making you say, you know what, if that's what's going to make you happy, you can travel. That peace will elude you for the rest of your life because that woman is going to keep asking, is going to keep asking and keep asking. A lot of women are moved by emotions. They don't count the cost. Before you build a house, you sit down to count the cost. Else, when you get to a certain level, you can get stuck. So when you are relocating, there has to be first an agreement between you and your wife. There has to be an agreement. There has to be a long-term plan, not just a short-term plan. What's the long-term plan? If eventually we get to the new location, we don't immediately have a job, how do we intend to survive? Because you see, it is easy for a woman to push and say, let's go, because she's moved by emotion. She's not counting the cost. She doesn't understand that, look, we have to have a plan B. What if this fails? What if this fails? At the end of the day, When things are not going on well, she's going to turn around and blame you. This is why I say a lot of women are manipulative, but they don't even know. Because after pushing and pushing, they get there, the stress hits her. Because she's not wired that way to carry a lot of burden, she's going to come back and push everything back to you. And it's going to be worse than where you are living. Because now it will look like you are a failure, even when in the first place you had seen that this was not going to work. So before you take that difficult decision, looking at your crying wife, all because she's crying every day, oh, my friends have gone, my friends' children are there. Sit down and count the costs. I hope this helps someone.